Today we're not talking about your typical car mods, outfit reskins, or simple visual tweaks. Every single mod in this list will significantly change the way you play Cyberpunk 2077. I'm talking about mods that add brand new story missions, introduce unique weapons you won't find in the base game, completely overhaul the way damage and combat work, and even raise your level cap from 60 to 80 so you can keep progressing your character. These aren't outdated or half-finished projects. These are the newest, most up-to-date mods available right now. I've tested hundreds of mods over time, and these are the best of the best. The ones that actually improve gameplay and give you more to do, not just things that look nice. With these installed, Cyberpunk can feel like a brand new game or even an unofficial DLC, all for free. You'll have new challenges, better systems, and more reasons to dive back into Night City. And at the very end, I've got some unique hidden gems that most players don't know about. Also, if you're interested in buying other PC or console games with 50 to 70% discount, then check out Instant Gaming. For example, I want to buy Elden Ring, so we just click on Add to Cart, then click Pay, and then complete the purchase. After payment is complete, we'll receive activation key, so copy and paste it in your Steam, and it's that simple. So what are you waiting for? Click my link in description to check out Instant Gaming for yourself. Night City Alive makes the city's NPCs far more active and varied, turning the streets into a much livelier environment. It adds more random events, unique behaviors, and a wider range of crowd types so the world doesn't feel repetitive. You'll see pedestrians reacting more naturally, engaging in more activities, and creating a busier atmosphere whether you're walking or driving. Gangs now mix into normal traffic, even riding motorbikes as part of everyday city flow. Civilians are more aggressive and responsive to both your crimes and crimes committed by gangs, while police reactions now depend on your relationship with gang factions. The mod also activates gang relationships, so your actions toward one group can influence how others treat you. Eviction Notice adds a rent payment system to Cyberpunk 2077. Your apartment now requires regular payments, and if you fail to pay on time, you'll be evicted. It's integrated as a small story-driven mechanic, making your in-game finances matter more. You'll need to manage your currency carefully and ensure you're earning enough from gigs and jobs to cover living expenses. This adds a light survival and roleplay element to the game, making your home feel more like an actual part of your character's life rather than just a decorative space. Along the way, you'll interact with an eclectic cast of real estate agents, chatbots, and landlords through over 450 new text messages, making the system feel immersive and surprisingly entertaining. The Tsunami Setsuna is a new mod that gives you a custom-made energy weapon which isn't available in the base game. It features its own model, animations, and unique firing style. The design is sleek and futuristic, fitting naturally into Cyberpunk's world while offering a different combat feel from standard firearms. It's a high-quality addition for players who enjoy experimenting with new gear, and it integrates smoothly with existing combat systems, making it easy to slot into your current build. This mod adjusts damage scaling in Cyberpunk 2077 by rebalancing combat so enemies remain a challenge at all levels. It prevents situations where you become overpowered too quickly, making firefights more consistent and engaging. Damage values are tuned to keep the game fair but not frustrating, ensuring enemies can still put up a fight even in the late game. It's a solid choice if you want better pacing and difficulty, and a reason to keep using cover, gadgets, and tactics instead of breezing through fights. The NCPD Prevention Police Enhancement mod improves police behavior in the game. Instead of instantly spawning behind you when you commit a crime, police will respond more realistically, arriving in vehicles, reacting to your location, and taking time to engage. This makes police encounters feel more believable and gives you an actual chance to evade them in a natural way. It's a noticeable upgrade for immersion and makes crime-related gameplay more satisfying. They Will Remember makes NPCs and factions remember your past actions, adding persistence to the world. If you've caused trouble in a certain area or had hostile encounters with a group, they may react differently the next time you cross paths. One of the biggest issues in the base game was that you could wipe out dozens of gang members and still walk past them later without consequence. This mod fixes that. Each faction now has a counter that tracks how many defeats are linked to you, with kills and takedowns adding to that total as soon as they know your identity. As your street cred increases, it becomes harder to stay incognito, though you can still avoid recognition through stealth or disguise. The result is a more reactive and believable Night City where your reputation truly matters. Live in Night City is designed for players who want more to do outside of main missions and side gigs. It adds the ability to rent and live in multiple apartments across the city, giving you more variety in where your character calls home. Each space feels different, and being able to choose your base of operations adds a small but satisfying layer of personalization. You can spend time in these interiors, interact with different objects, and enjoy a slower, more immersive pace when you're not chasing missions. It's a great option for role players or anyone who likes the idea of their character having more of a real life in the Night City. Cyberware-ex completely expands how the Cyberware system works by increasing the number of slots you can use at once. In the base game, you have to make tough choices because of strict slot limits, but with this mod, you can combine a lot more enhancements at the same time. This opens the door to extremely specialized builds or powerful hybrid setups you couldn't make before. The mod keeps the system balanced by still requiring you to find, buy, and install cyberware. It just removes some of the frustrating limitations. It's perfect for players who want full control over their body modifications and enjoy experimenting with different loadouts. Revengers adds a fully custom side quest to Cyberpunk 2077. The quest introduces new characters, dialogue, and objectives, giving you more narrative content to play through. It's designed to blend naturally into the base game style, so it doesn't feel out of place. The missions involve combat, investigation, and decision-making, making it a complete story experience rather than just a simple fetch or kill quest. For players who have finished the main story and most gigs, this mod gives you fresh reasons to explore and engage with Night City's world. Amateur hackers makes the world feel less predictable by adding the possibility that random civilians can attempt to hack you. In the base game, only certain enemies use quick hacks against you, but with this mod, anyone with minimal netrunning skills might try to interfere with you. It could happen in the middle of combat or while walking through the city, adding surprise and unpredictability to your play sessions. This also forces you to keep your defenses in mind at all times, instead of only preparing for hacking in certain missions. Better Minimap improves one of the most important parts of the HUD, your navigation tool. The base minimap can be hard to read and feels restrictive when driving at high speeds. This mod increases the zoom out distance, smooths the rotation, and makes icons clearer so you can see where you're going without missing turns. It's especially useful for vehicle chases or fast driving through busy areas. By removing some of the clunkiness, it makes traveling around Night City feel more fluid and less frustrating. The metro system adds a functioning public transit network to the game. Instead of relying on fast travel menus, you can go to metro stations around the city, wait for a train, and actually ride it to your destination. The trains travel above and below ground, giving you new views of the city while you move between districts. It's slower than fast travel, but much more immersive, and it fits perfectly for players who enjoy exploring Night City at a more relaxed pace. It also makes the city feel more like a real place with working infrastructure. Weapon Damage Scaling Rebalance mod adjusts the stats of all weapon types to make combat more even and diverse. In the base game, certain guns can end up far stronger than others, which limits variety in what's worth using. With this mod, weaker weapons get boosted and overpowered ones get toned down, encouraging you to try different setups. It also helps maintain difficulty balance throughout the game so you don't become unstoppable too early. This makes for a smoother combat progression from start to finish. Novalut changes the game's lighting and color grading for a fresh, cleaner visual style. It adjusts tones, shadows, and highlights to give Night City a slightly different mood without hurting performance. The result is a more balanced image that looks better both during the day and at night. It's a purely visual mod, but for players who spend dozens of hours in the game, the difference in overall atmosphere can be worth it. It's especially good for making screenshots. Nova Traffic increases the amount and variety of vehicles on the road, making the streets busier and more dynamic. In the base game, traffic density can be inconsistent, which sometimes makes the city feel empty. This mod smooths that out so there's always a believable level of activity, no matter the district. It also improves traffic flow, so cars behave more naturally, reducing immersion braking situations where they get stuck or disappear. It's a subtle change, but it makes driving around Night City more believable. The Malorian Arms 3516 is a powerful and stylish pistol, famous for its unique design. This mod brings it into the game as a usable weapon with custom visuals and performance stats that make it stand out from standard handguns. It's not just a reskin of an existing weapon, it has its own feel and balance. Fans of distinctive gear will appreciate how it looks in your hands and how it performs in combat. The Cyberpunk 2077 HD Reworked project upgrades the game's textures across a huge range of assets, buildings, objects, streets, clothing, and more, all in higher resolution and better detail. The improvements are noticeable up close and at a distance, and the mod is optimized to keep performance impact low. It's one of the biggest and most complete visual upgrades for Cyberpunk, giving Night City a sharper, cleaner look while keeping the original art style intact. Immersive shooting AI makes enemies behave more tactically during combat. They will use cover more effectively, flank when possible, retreat if they're losing, and coordinate their attacks better. This results in longer, more engaging firefights that require you to adapt your approach. The changes also make different enemy factions feel more distinct in how they fight, adding variety to combat encounters. If you felt that enemies in the base game were too passive, this mod addresses that directly. The new level cap mod raises the maximum character level from 60 to 80, allowing for 20 extra levels of progression. This means more perk points, more build experimentation, and more time spent improving your character after the main story. It's a simple change, but for players who enjoy maxing out their stats and trying different combinations, it adds a lot of replay value. It also makes late game content more rewarding since you can continue growing your character. And now finally we've come to Braindance Protocol that expands the Braindance mechanic so it can be used outside of scripted story moments. You can use it for exploration, investigation, or just for fun roleplay scenarios. This gives the tool more purpose and integrates it better into everyday gameplay. For players who enjoyed the Braindance sequences in the main story, this mod lets you access that experience more often and in more creative ways.